Testing, testing. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. We're starting late, so let's get rolling. Speaking of which, sorry, 1 second. So, what was I doing last time? I don't remember. Sorry, today we started late and it's going to be a little short. I was a little busy, and I don't want to say I lost track of time. I was very aware of the time, but I guess the more accurate way of putting it is I had other stuff to do, and it took me a while to do it. So I think we needed to grind for a bit. Okay, so slash or ice. Ice is the move here, it looks like. I'm almost tempted to have Metis not go into Orgia mode, but I feel like it's just too good. I forget, Divine Grace is good, right? What's the turn order? Ooh. They are literally all going to go before Metis, so I kind of feel like I should... Bufula... Bufula... And I guess I'll just leave it because I don't know what this other one's gonna do. Mudoon is pretty bad.
It seems the enemy's weak against light.
Weak against light, you say?
The enemy's return to normal. Two to go. The enemy. Why? Happy in heart. There's an opening. It's a tough one. I need your help.
Let's take this guy out for basically free.
Now's our chance.
And then, not tactics. I want Persona. Let's switch to Saki Mitama and get Divine Grace.
Absolutely.
Or I'd like to get Divine Grace if we can. Ooh.
A surprise attack! There's only... The enemy's weak against ice.
Akidai Miragion. Those are scary.
Understood.
That's fine. Given that they mind charged, I was kind of thinking they were going to go for a spell.
Only one enemy left. I won't go down.
Couldn't finish it off. It's still alive.
Come on.
All right, sister. Let's get him.
Nice. I guess I'll take the money.
My skills have increased.
It is hard to get a sneak attack.
There are 3 enemies. It's weak.
Ice
The enemy's weak
or
against darkness.
dark.
3 enemies left. Please be careful. Use
Oh, you
Muto
do
Strike.
strike damage, so I can't even really... How close is Saki Mitama? Not very close. So maybe I don't mind switching.
Understood. The enemy is down. Now's your chance. Black Frost. That's the way.
Now's our chance.
I won't go down. Too slow. The enemy. Come on, let's dance. Not too far to go.
Still alive.
I'm gonna let Metis take care of the other guy. Probably against my better judgment. Hey Fridays, welcome to the chat. Yeah, you got here early, or alternatively, I got here late.
Only one enemy left.
I started late tonight because I was working on some, how do I describe it? It wasn't work stuff like for my job, but I had some other stuff to do
Filthy hands off my sister.
that just took a long time. How's your evening going?
My skills have improved.
There are. It's weak. It's weak against fire. Use Agi skills.
Okay, so fire and electricity. I can work with that. Okay, everybody's gonna get a turn, so I'm not so worried about getting them knocked down on my turn.
Absolutely dead. Yes, the enemy.
And of course, the time I'm not worried about it is the time I get free crits. Use me. Nice.
Two enemies
Here's
to
a
go.
chance. Let's get him. Get back here.
That was a pretty good combat.
Let's keep going.
Experience? Let me see here.
It's weak against.
Weak against fire. Junpei can take care of them. I don't think I need to do anything here. I'll just try to soften some of them up.
It's on.
Keep swinging.
Mano a mano. Let's do this. Now's your chance. Go.
I know, right?
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a... Dude, I gotta pull it together.
It's like... Like, I tweeted about this, which was a mistake because you never tweet. Tweeting is never a good idea, but like Facebook has done like all of these terrible things.
Two enemies.
They have billions of dollars. They have like cornered the market and they spend it on like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, or the way I described it on Twitter was a remake of Second Life. But Fridays, I know you are 13, so you probably don't remember Second Life. Or is Second Life still a thing? Maybe it's still a thing. I don't actually know now that I think about it. But like,
More enemies to go.
all that money and resources.
Keep it up.
Yeah, basically.
The enemy's weak.
That one just won't die.
It was like really popular in the kind of mid to late 2000s.
There's one enemy left.
Basically, the important thing is you had like an avatar and you could like visit other people's houses, and it was kind of like everything we saw in that Facebook metaverse thing, except it existed, you know, over 10 to almost 20 years ago. And, you know, it didn't also include all of the worst parts of social media and Facebook and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to say it didn't have that, but it didn't have Facebook's brand of it at the very least. It was very funny though, all the people pointing out that Mark Zuckerberg keeps a bottle of barbecue sauce on his bookshelf. That was pretty great.
There are the enemies. It seems there are 3 enemies left.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna want to knock some of these down.
Sakibisama! The enemy is down. Now's your chance. I need your help. Keep it up.
Get him.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack.
But yeah, I loved that announcement. It was just like,
Let's do this. Good job. That one just won't die.
The enemies return to normal.
like I can't think of a more like
2 enemies to go.
obviously evil tech company thing to do than anything Facebook has done for like the last,
Way to go, Senpai.
I'd say, at least 5 years, probably longer. But especially like the whole metaverse thing. And they're tying it in with NFTs at,
Enemies defeated.
in some way from what I saw. That's terrible. I don't have a lot of like articulated, well thought out opinions on it other than thing bad, but it's really bad. Ooh, 6-shot. That is, I think, worse than a weapon we already have, but it's something to sell. Alright, so ice. Ooh. I don't happen to have a Mabufu gem, do I? I don't. Honestly, I might just run from this fight.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Enemies got you marked.
I will not run from this fight.
Still 4 enemies left.
Since we can't run from this fight, let's... I am going to take a slight gamble here and not go for knockdowns because I want Saki Mitama to level up one more time. And I'm not going to be able to do that if I keep switching off.
That one just won't die.
Nice. I'm hoping Metis will be smart enough to, and she didn't.
Defeated an enemy.
I really wish you could like set her into Orgia mode and set her tactics, but maybe that would be too good.
The enemies are
Ooh.
attack.
Ooh.
Kun defeated an enemy.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son. Let's keep going.
This thing.
Weak against
I mean, we got the advantage on it, so we are probably going to be able to beat it. Let's just go for it. Experience is experience.
Fly, happy and heart.
I couldn't finish it off.
Just 1 enemy left.
It's still alive.
All right, sister, let's get him.
Ooh. Sure, I'll take Personas most likely. Yeah. think if I can grab the Rongda, that's like the thing that's most likely to have skills I want. I know the Vasuki doesn't. Okay, and we got Divine Grace, that's good. Strengthens restorative magic, that is not insignificant. I think we don't need Growth 2 anymore, since Saki Mitama is maxed out. And if we were to fuse Saki Mitama into another persona, I think I would only do that if it's a persona we're going to use. Ooh, can we get away from this? Yeah, that's good. This thing.
It seems the enemy.
It's only weak to light, but let's see, what does Rongda have? Aguilau and Fatal End. Repels strike damage though, that's pretty good. That could be like kind of a niche corner case kind of thing. I think let's go with that.
Only one enemy left. It won't go down.
I don't actually remember if I set up Metis's tactics properly.
Orkia mode is go.
I did. The thing I don't get is why the AI would have her doing basic attacks when she can do the like physical damage skills with her personas for free. Like, I get they probably didn't mess with the AI code that much for this, but you know, I feel like if we need to worry about endurance, we're probably too low level anyway. So having a boosted crit rate actually seems really good. And I think I'm going to stick with that. Well, that didn't go well.
A surprise attack. 2 enemies.
So,
It has multiple weaknesses. 2 enemies left.
I don't like it, but I think this is what we do. Because we can't afford to try to run, fail, and get hit by a power charged anything, really.
Down. Now's your chance. It has multiple weaknesses.
Okay, there is nothing we're going to be able to do to that guy. So let's just wait it out.
The enemies return to normal. I'm giving it my all. Persona!
Nice. Okay. Okay, I think, yeah, experience is always the way to go here. What I was thinking about though is, I don't know that we actually need all that much money at this point. So what I might start to do is, instead of taking money whenever it shows up, is take personas. At least personas we don't have or haven't had recently. Okay, that's a very small one. Those are usually not worth fighting if we can help it. That's a nice big encounter.
It's weak again.
Okay, we are...
Understood.
Honestly, I might just go for... I might be a little bit greedy and go for this.
I need your help. Junpei-kun defeated an enemy.
Into Orgia mode.
Two enemies to go.
2 to go. I couldn't finish it off.
Let's go there.
Junpei-kun defeated an enemy.
Last one.
I must protect my sister.
Okay, we already have Rangda, so we kind of need to take the money here. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. Hey! I've never seen that last chance thing happen before. I wonder if that specifically happens when you skip the thingy. Ooh, special weapons for Akihiko? What you got here? Ooh. I like those stats. And having a chance to poison on hit is pretty good too.
It seems there are
Okay.
3 enemies left.
Understood.
We did get the drop on him. Let's go for it. Ooh, get him.
Good job.
Fly. Happy and heart.
One enemy to go.
Last one. Damn you. Did you see that?
Nice, nice, nice. I think we actually might be able to take on the boss. I don't want to, like, guarantee anything.
This is bad. The enemy got me.
Okay, we gotta intervene now.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Keep going.
Good job, Metis.
Now's your chance.
Okay, that part's not as good.
I thought that would do it.
The enemies return to normal.
Nice try.
Ooh.
The enemy's off balance.
Okay, don't like that.
Understood. I won't go down.
2 to go.
Orgia mode is go.
Okay, that's bad because now they're gonna get.
I thought that would do it.
They're both gonna get turns. Ooh. don't like that. Thankfully, I think we're in the clear.
Only one enemy left.
All right.
Experience, always experience.
My skills have increased.
So we got an item called Ergo Scale. Is that anything? That is the next best armor for Aegis. I'll take it.
There are 3 of them. It's weak against Garu skill. The enemy's
3 enemies left. Please be careful. I won't go down.
Let's try. Because Akihiko will knock down the birds. I just don't want to rely on Metis to do wind magic. But fair enough, she got rid of it without the wind magic. Although I still question why her AI would even use basic attacks.
Did you see that, Shinji? My skills have improved.
Going for the rare chest seems like a no-brainer.
only the enemy's
There's a part of me that's like, do I even bother with this fight? But more experience and money and stuff is more experience and money and stuff. There's
Orkia mode is go.
the less of the fights we do, the more of that we're gonna have to deal with, or the more of that we're gonna have to get later.
All right, sister. Let's get him.
Nice, nice, nice.
Did you see that, Shinji?
This ability is special. It has its pros and cons, but it has the potential. Please let me.
Fuka can now use Oracle. Could she do Oracle in the base game, or is that a new thing? Spiked Bat. Now we all have rare weapons. Ooh, do I actually want to use it though? Like, I'm trading a boosted crit chance and a minuscule amount more damage for basically guaranteed hits. I think I kind of don't want to get rid of that. Like, having a higher crit rate is just so good. Because it means you can knock things down easier that otherwise you can't.
Two enemies. You've surprised them.
Understood.
Okay. Akihiko is 4th, so there's almost no way that the big guy stays knocked down. I actually think I just run. Oops. Hmm.
The enemy. 2 more enemies to go.
Understood.
Hold on, did they...
Weak against ice.
Okay, they literally only do instant death stuff. So I kind of feel safe, weirdly enough. Is Evade Strike really the best skill I could get out of this? Honestly, there's not that much I can get that would be, like, good. I think we just roll with it. We are very close to being able to make cert. I should also keep a mental note of that. Because if we can make a cert, cert is going to be good. Potentially even into the end game.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
Like his actual levels will start to be behind, but Ragnarok is just so good. That was a little fast, but we still found it. So on the one hand, I'm like, oh, we've leveled up a whole bunch and found a whole bunch of items. We could probably take whatever the boss is. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, like, we're still getting a level like every other fight on somebody. That seems like I might be too low. I think I'll skip fights that don't seem worth it. Like fights that are against really small enemies and whatnot, but I'm still gonna go for anything big that I see. Like this guy.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Understood.
I want to try to get the analysis on them, so I'm going to intentionally avoid hitting them for now.
Enemy mode is go.
At least if I can help it.
Okay, now!
Metis defeat. It seems like it's weak against fire.
2 to go.
Ooh,
Okay.
good job, Akihiko.
Still alive.
I won't go down.
That was amazing. got two enemies.
Understood.
This is a decent turn order. I think I will go for it. I'll try to.
Hasta la vista.
Junpei-kun defeated an enemy.
That's the.
Come on, let's dance. Persona. All right, sister. Let's get him. I must protect my.
Alright. Ooh, that is a red enemy. Those do usually give good stuff. Oh, right, these things. Do I have anything that can, like, do a Mazio of some description? That would be a no. I think in that case,
Persona.
The enemy's off balance. A good one.
hold on, before I commit to doing a whole bunch of attacks. Okay, there really is no better way to go about it than this, it looks like.
You found the enemy's weakness.
Get him!
Persona.
You found the enemy's weakness.
Good one. Persona.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
Here's a chance. Let's get him! Get back here, you son of a.
Ooh, that was weird. It like lagged.
Limiters released.
Hang in there, little PS2.
Do it.
You've done good work for the last however many years I've had you.
I won't lose. Keep it up!
That's actually a good question. When did I get this PS2?
Here's our chance. Way to go, senpai!
The enemy. The enemy. The enemy. Good choice. The enemy is down.
All right, good job.
Persona.
The enemy.
I'm still thinking. I won't lose. And keep it up.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack. The enemy.
this.
I can sense your determination.
Ooh. There we go. Yeah, that's good experience. Ooh, we got an Eye of Ice. I think that's already the one I have equipped to Akihiko, but it's still good to have. Okay, here's the boss room. How many healing items do we have? I'm not gonna heal us to full. How much SP stuff do we have? I think we have enough stuff here that I want to try. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's still worth an attempt. So we've saved. We aren't gonna know what the boss is weak to the first go around. I think leading with Saki Mitama could be dangerous, but I also like we lose if they have any strike damage whatsoever, which is not hard for the boss to have. But if they don't have any strike damage, Saki Mitama is the best coverage and gives us access to a healing skill. Okay, those weird priests that sit on like inverted pyramids almost always do strike damage from what I remember, so we might be in for a rough time. Do I risk it anyway? Because Saki Mitama is that good.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the
I
target.
kind of think I do. I think I'm also going to put Akihiko on heal and support just in case.
I need your help.
Because you never know.
Fly, happy and heart.
Nice.
It's a tough one.
Okay, now even if they do strike damage, we aren't as likely to have to deal with that.
That one just won't die.
Oh, Megiddo is fine. Please keep doing that.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Let's just go ahead and keep debuffing. If we can debuff faster than they can buff, we'll be in a great spot.
Okay, now.
Ooh, and Metis found a weakness that we can exploit. That's good. Ooh, we are enraged. That's bad.
Damn, I couldn't finish it up.
dare I say, not good. Ooh, ooh.
Are you okay?
We are going to die. Yup.
Please.
Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I think first of all, I don't know if saying we got unlucky would be accurate necessarily, but that definitely could have been a more favorable series of events. I think actually if we just keep Metis on knockdown instead of Orgia mode, we lose out on the huge damage boost and the casting skills for free. But what we would gain in tactical ability would be worth it. And so far from what we've seen, they don't really go for physical damage directly. It's more
Shadows confirmed.
of the strategy being like do debuffs on us and like what's the word? Make us hit ourselves. So Metis is actually going to go on knockdown. I liked Akihiko on here in support. We know the Little Crown is weak to ice, so we are going to take advantage of that if we can. Ooh, we can, but it would not be with Saki Mitama. I think I still Secunda them. If we can get them to burn turns on buffing instead of casting mirror skills, that would be ideal.
That one just won't die. I won't lose.
Persona!
Okay, now!
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I need your help!
More debuffs.
The enemy!
Don't overdo it.
It's a tough one.
A disrage could cure
So I actually just had a thought. Putting Metis into Orgia mode would actually cure the enraged status.
Give me a sec.
Although,
Scan the target.
doing that might also make her not target the way we want. But then again, we can't guarantee that she'll target the way we want anyway. I think this is the move. And then my number one priority right now, I would say, is to keep them off of Tetrakarn at all times. So I'm going to switch to Black Frost so that we can Bufula the little guy.
I need your help!
That's the way.
And then attempting to stop the Megiddo spam is like priority number 2.
He's unconscious.
Hmm.
The
Oh, that's bad.
I've regained my honor.
I won't go down. Hasta la vista.
It's off!
Okay, so the big guy is weak to fire.
Couldn't finish it off.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Careful! The enemy's going to attack!
Don't overdo it.
Okay, we at least have a chance of survival now, but this is still bad.
I won't go down.
Yeah.
Can't end like this!
We can absolutely do this fight, we just need to get a little bit lucky. I think one thing that helps is now I know the elemental weakness of 2 of them. So I can stop. Like, the whole strategy of the boss seems to really come from the, like, little dudes in front of the boss. Like, the big pyramid thingy doesn't seem to do anything other than cast powerful spells, which, not that that's not a problem, but it's kind of not a problem. Like, if we use Black Frost, Megiddo is scary, but we block the Bufu stuff. And even if it can do fire or any of the other elements, I think Black Frost has us covered on everything in some way, except light. Light would be bad. But that's what the homunculi are for. So Metis is going on knockdown. Akihiko goes on heal and support. We're going to analyze, we're going to focus on analyzing the books first because they have actual elemental weaknesses my party members can exploit. And then we worry about the rest later. So priority number 1 is don't let them get Tetrakarn up.
The enemy is down!
And then priority number 2, stop the debuffs and status effects in the first place. And priority number 3 is the main boss, so to speak.
Careful! The enemy's going to attack!
Okay, so actually both of the enemies go right after me. Or all 3 of them, excuse me. That is kind of fine, but kind of bad.
Now's your chance!
Thought that would do it.
Don't mess with me.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Persona!
The enemy's off balance.
One more.
Attack!
I won't go down.
The enemy's return to normal. The enemy's return to normal.
Okay, so now that
Check this out.
our AI party members should be able to
Couldn't finish it
keep
off.
these other ones knocked down, I think we can finally pivot to
Go for it!
uh,
Don't overdo it.
focusing on healing with Saki Mitama. And then if any of our party members fail to knock one down, we can always course correct. Since we're effectively last in the turn order, if you think about it in terms of
Going to attack!
in relation to when the enemies are gonna go.
Check this out.
So now we're fine. Let's go ahead and Secunda them. Why not? Let's just make it that much harder for them to accomplish anything.
The enemy's returned to normal. The enemy!
It's on!
Not bad.
Yeah, I couldn't finish it up.
Persona!
Now's your chance!
I thought that would do it.
I won't lose.
I won't go down.
Careful! The enemy's going to attack!
This is going well.
Mano a mano. Let's do this. That one just won't die.
Keep going.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, so that's the big guy down. Weirdly enough, I think we wait. There's kind of nothing for us to do that wouldn't
The enemy's returned to normal!
end up waking up the enemies.
Check this out.
What I think we can do now, though, is we can go for an all-out attack, and if that doesn't win us the fight here,
Couldn't finish it up.
we can always knock them down again on their turn.
All right, sister. Let's get it.
But we did win. There we go.
Hands off my sister.
I knew we could do it. Two Triesto gems and a Soma. Let's go ahead and return to the Desert of Doors. Even though I think we're done with boss fights for that section of the dungeon, it's still probably worth it to come out, save, maybe do some fusing, item purchasing, selling. And first things first, we're gonna save. We want to make sure that if anything happens, we're covered. New things in. Oh, so the spike bat isn't even worth selling. Cool. So weapons. Deathbringer seems pretty good. Guillotine axe seems pretty good. Titanic knuckles might even be a good upgrade. I would say they are. I would say the most important upgrades would be Junpei and I guess Junpei, then Aegis and Metis in either order. In fact, we can upgrade the both of them, so I think that is the move. The Rocket Punch isn't even worth selling though, because it only sells for 100. That's kind of a downside. +2 magic is not bad. Ooh. Yeah, I think I might actually kind of need to focus on grabbing more personas. I think for the next set of floors, that's going to be my primary goal. Getting more personas and more money. Experience, I think, not that we don't need it. We still want to make cert and we're still one level too low to do it. But like, I think we'll get there as a natural consequence of going after money and personas. Like, even if we can find just like a bunch of kind of whatever bad personas, having more stuff to fuse with is, I think, something holding me back at the moment. Kind of hard to argue with just the stairs being right there. Like, it's hard to argue to myself that I should explore the rest of the floor when it's like practically telling me I don't have to. Awesome, we still got the advantage even though we missed like a million shots. Okay, Akihiko, go back to knockdown, Metis, go back to Torpedo mode, and we do not need to be using Saki Utama at this point. I don't have anything that knows Bufu. I think Thoth, just to get it more experience. Oh, I forgot to give everybody their new weapons. I should do that.
There's an opening.
Metis defeated an enemy.
Here to go. finish it off.
Hasta la vista.
One enemy to go.
That's the last one. Let's keep going.
Hey, there we go, level 52. And we got Mazionga, which is pretty good. We've almost caught up with it. The stairs are there, but I think we do actually try to fight.
3 dazed enemies. This is our chance.
Emulation is annoying. Yeah, emulation can be annoying sometime. I'm actually playing this on actual hardware through a like daisy chain of converting video signals, which is maybe not better, but
It's weak
works.
against fire. Try Augie's.
But yeah, emulation. I feel like the thing developers just like don't get. I say developers, it's really the publishers, but in general, like the thing they don't get about emulation is like it's not a better product because it is like necessarily the same game. Like the same. Oof. Hold on, my internet is doing bad. What is going on? Okay, I think. Why is it so spotty? Is Comcast throttling me again? Is this happening? But yeah, what I was saying is like emulating a game, I would argue doesn't actually
Nice shot. The enemy has
translate.
chance now.
Like if you've played a game emulated, you have,
Good choice.
for all intents and purposes, played it. Like playing the actual game on, playing an actual release of the game is not going to be any different. But to get there, to finish a game on emulated hardware, especially like, you know, emulated hardware that is not publisher condoned, let's say. I think I'm going to take this Persona here, because I don't think we have it, Dominion. Like, emulators are a lot more prone to crashing, save game corruption, save game issues, period. Like, if I had to choose between playing, I would even say any game on emulated hardware or a supported, like, publisher-backed release of that game on the same hardware, I would pick the official release just because I don't have to mess with it. Unless it's like something so ancient
One enemy.
and so like solved by the emulation community, it's perfect. But I would argue that's really only the case for like the NES, like, you know, super old systems where their functionality is so like crept by modern computing power that it just takes no effort to emulate one. All right, let's watch this cutscene.
Stupid old man. How low do you have to be to get drunk on cooking wine? But I guess it's just as pathetic to rush out like this every day. Man, what am I gonna do? I got nowhere to go. Yo, sup, Pooch? Here to join my nowhere to go after school club?
Good boy has entered the mall.
Sorry, Pooch. I don't have any food for you. You know, haven't I seen you around here before? Hey, it's Junpei. Huh? Oh, hey, guys. Why the long face? Are you that sad that we're in different homerooms now? Still dumb as rocks, huh? Wait, isn't it way past your dorm curfew? What are you guys doing out so late? We snuck out. When you get to be a junior, you learn the secret exit. Hey, we're going to Escapade. Want to come with? We're helping this guy drown his sorrows over a girl. That's not true. Don't let it get to you. That's what you get for going after someone like Yukari Takeba. Although I never expected her to hook up with a new transfer student. I guess she goes for that kind of dark side of his. Dark? He seems like a regular dude to me. No, I'm serious. That transfer kid? Rumor has it both his parents died when he was little. Someone got a peek at his file when Toriumi left it lying around. Man, you're so gullible. That stuff only happens in soap operas. Hey, I said it was a rumor. Come on, let's get going. Booze? I think I'm gonna pass. Huh? What's the matter? Come on, why don't you live? Said I'm gonna pass. I just ain't in the mood.
Yeah, tell him, Junpei.
Well, man, looks like I'm the only one you got to console you. They keep telling you nothing happened. He offered to hang out and I turned him down. Things never go the way I want them to. Man, is my life really as bad as it seems now? I wish there was like something I could do to change the world. Like some awesome skill that no one else has. Don't give me that. I'm sure someday we can make some real friends that'll listen to us. All the scenes in my past. You guys had to see that one.
Junpei.
Dude, I know. I was surprised to see you too. So, you were the dog from that day. Makes it seem kind of like destiny. Looking back, that was the day Akihiko-san found me. The only place I could go from there was the convenience store. And that's where I was when the dark hour hit.
You were bawling in the dark with that awful expression. Honestly, you looked worse than the shadows.
Well, what was I supposed to do? That was the scariest damn moment of my life, man. But you know, I had other stuff to deal with, like my old man. So staying at the dorm and fighting shadows and all that stuff looked pretty good.
I see. Unlike me and my sister, other people usually have reasons to awaken. I comprehend.
I had my reasons as well. However, in my case, it happened in reverse. I had the power first, and gained a reason later. Now that I mention it, you're...
I think I'm starting to get it. There is a reason we see what we see inside the doors. Doors that have delivered on that reason disappear, and those with roles still to play remain.
A reason? What kind of reason?
I can't say for sure, but if we keep moving forward, I think we'll start seeing it. Let's do our best, sister.
You're right. Until then, it hadn't even occurred to me to wonder about it. She's so full of emotion. Nothing like me when I woke up in July. But she'd never had any chance to come into contact with others. Was there a moment when she discovered her emotions, as I did? The seed of my curiosity was planted, as I began to wonder.
Okay. Ah, yes, I'm well aware that your persona has Marincar and Mitsuru. Let's stick with our usual crew for now. I feel like that was like a nice little scene. It didn't do much to like further our understanding of the events of the journey, but it was like a cool little extra scene to know like, oh, like Junpei had some kind of existence before we met him. Okay, Metis can join us. I also forgot to switch up her weapon and Junpei's weapon. I'll do that when I add him. I do think it's still kind of weird that Junpei is like telling us he's good at fire attacks at this stage of the game. It's like we played through like probably 60 hours at least of the journey, and you know, we're on the either 5th or 6th set of doors down here. I think I know what each character does at this point. Let's sell the old Claymore. Ooh, restores a little bit of HP every turn. That... I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Oh, but I was kind of rambling about emulation earlier. Oh, it says welcome to the chat room. Did I like get disconnected and reconnect? That's weird. Anyway, emulation. So first of all, I think just to make sure if anyone from Twitch's like terms of service people or something are watching, this is not condoning piracy in any way, but I think the reason that a lot of people choose piracy is not because it's like a better way to play the game or like equal to playing an official release. It's like the best people have. Like if every game was just made readily available, I think even on most major consoles, but preferably, and I think ideally including PC, like people would stop pirating immediately. Or if not immediately, very quickly over time. Just because, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like all the bugs and stuff that are like not a part of the game, just part of the emulation process, are so like kind of painful to deal with that I would rather play a game in like an officially supported release that I know has been like bug tested and other stuff like that. So this will pass on a whole bunch of skills I want from Saki Mitama. The question is, do I want like Growth 2 or Zionga? I may regret passing on the cert that I just did. Like, I know I want Mediarama. That is non-negotiable. Null Charm would also be very good. Okay, I think I take this. This is good. I think it's even the same skills it had before. Ooh, holding something within itself. Those are usually at least decent. So now we've got a cert, which is probably going to be our persona of choice for a good while. Let's see. What if I take... Ooh, we can make Thor in one level. Thor would be pretty good too. Nebiros does not have anything I want. Ooh, I could make Barong? And this Barong could have not insignificant stuff, but I'd be giving up some good personas to make it. I think if I make anything here, Okuninushi seems pretty good. What about Pazuzu? What does Pazuzu get? Pazuzu does have a Garudine. I think if I'm gonna make Pazuzu, it needs to have better skills than that, but I'm not opposed to it. Infuriate, Null Distress, Dodge Fire, Growth Life. Counter Strike is somewhat better. In fact, I think I am good with this. So we've got a Pazuzu. So now we have Garudine and Agidine. If I could get access to Bufu and Zio, that would be a pretty ideal position to be in. Oh yeah, that would... That's happened to me so many times, specifically in the answer. I probably should be like more prepared for that than I have been. Okay, so next door. Here we go. We got 3 doors left. Yep, this is the 5th door. We are making progress. Okay, we already have Cert equipped. That's good. So I think we're going to do a fair bit of grinding.
A surprise attack! 2 enemies! Metis is still frozen! Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay, Metis, Hakia mode. I think rather than try to mess with him, we're just going to go for a basic attack.
I couldn't finish it off.
It has multiple weaknesses.
Going into
Nice.
Nevis defeated an enemy.
That's the last one. Let's keep going.
Okay, is Akihiko still poisoned? He is. Do we have disc poisons? We do not. I should really like go buy those. I do have poison Mundi though, so that's good. I think honestly, with disc poisons and stuff like that specifically, I'm so used to the journey just kind of handing them out in Tartarus that I haven't been
I'll scan the target.
paying as much attention to those as I should be. I'm gonna play it extra safe here and go for a heal. Because these fights give a lot of experience, but they can also kill you a lot quicker. Okay, yeah, the counter stuff, kind of expected that.
Orkia mode is go. Persona. Focus, let's do it.
Waiting is part of my strategy.
Junpei-kun.
Kinda just think healing everybody's the move.
It's on. That one just won't die.
Akihiko-senpai is in trouble. Nice try.
Nice, Metis. The enemy's off
I
balance.
can't hold out much longer. I don't want to be a burden.
Defense weakened. Please be careful.
Okay, Akihiko, go ahead and act freely. Wait, no, did I just set Junpei? I did just set Junpei. Akihiko, you can act freely. I'm torn between wanting to try to knock stuff down with a random crit or healing. I think I may have made the wrong call there. We'll see.
Damn. I couldn't finish it off.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack.
Don't mess with me.
Ooh. That was almost terrible.
It's on. Damn. I couldn't finish it off.
Persona.
Interesting, going for Fufu
Metis defeated
instead.
an enemy.
Nice try.
Nice, Metis. The enemy's off balance.
I won't lose. It's still alive.
Nice try.
Nice, Metis. The enemy's off balance.
Hasta la vista.
It's on. Damn. I couldn't finish it off.
Out of power.
Oh, that's bad.
Metis.
Don't mess with me.
So here is the conundrum.
Enemies return to normal.
If we revive Metis, we are almost certainly dead.
I need your help.
So we kind of need to stay on healing and hope that either Akihiko or Junpei just kind of have a breakthrough here.
It's still alive.
So, Metis, go into Orgia mode. Revival Bead Metis, and we just hope things work out okay. Also kind of hoping for a crit. That's like the opposite.
Be careful!
Don't overdo it.
Okay, we have a fighting chance.
Are you okay? Activating Orgia mode.
This has been a lot of like back-to-back close calls, and I'm not a fan.
It's a tough one.
2 more enemies to go.
I need your help!
Okay,
Defeated an enemy!
one enemy left. We can do this.
Defense weakened. Careful, the enemy's
Strong against fire, so I do think the move is just try to hit it in the face. There we go. That was brutal. Okay. More money seems really good. Honestly, I feel like the experience there kind of wasn't worth the effort. Like, it would have been worth it if we got an experience thing, but otherwise that was kind of just okay.
There are 3 enemies. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay, Orgia mode, Akihiko go back to knocking people down.
It won't go down! Activating Orgia mode.
Ooh. Ah, they're weak to strike. So this is going to be kind of super easy. Yeah.
All right, sister. Let's get him! I must protect my...
Experience seems like the way to go. We don't really need a Kingu.
My skills have increased.
Stairs or random fight. I think we go stairs. Because that wasn't a particularly big random fight. This looks like a juicy fight. Yeah, 5 enemies.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Some of them are, whatchamacallit, distressed.
Understood.
Let's just go for it. Big damage.
Okay, one more left.
Good job, Akihiko.
Orgia mode is go.
One enemy. It's weak against ice. You
That's the last one.
Okay, it's weak against ice, but we took care of them with just a bunch of physical skills, so they're not too dangerous. Ooh, do I take money or the persona or experience? I think the persona? Well, we got none of those. Okay, That's a tiny fight that's like in our way. So I don't see anything. Whoops. Okay, it was worth it to come this way though.
5 enemies, and they seem rattled. I need your help! 3 enemies left!
Actually, I should maybe think about equipping that Earth Badge, because I think right now all I have is like Dodge Fire or something like that equipped.
The last one.
Or technically Evade Fire, but either way, being able to use physical skills and like get some of the cost back seems really good. So I think I am going to do that. Let's take Earth Badge.
There's one enemy. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target. Understood. I won't go down.
Take a Glock Pierce. But I guess Strike is also not really great. Oh, never mind.
It's weak against electricity.
I'm fighting for him as well.
Never mind, that was pretty good.
Ta-da-da-da! Junpei is leveled up!
Okay, I think we just go hit the stairs. Once we've seen pretty much the whole floor, there's no real reason to stick around. Treasures and stuff are going to be worth moving on future floors instead of sticking around.
5 enemies, and they seem rattled. Understood. I need your help. Enemy defeated.
2 to go!
There's 1 enemy left. Come on, let's dig.
Like, it's just so good to be able to clear a fight, like, basically instantly with a physical skill, even if we do kind of take a hit to our HP to do it. Let's take the money, because we do need more of that stuff. Like, I don't want to totally ignore personas. I should be picking up more of those. But it's so hard to argue with money, especially because we do need so many things.
I won't go down.
I forgot to set the tactics.
It's weak against fire. Try Augie skills.
Ooh.
Persona! It's a tough one.
Still alive.
Check this out!
2 enemies left.
I'm good to go!
Good job, Junpei-kun. Only 1
Good to
enemy
go!
left.
Mano a mano. Let's do this! I'm good to go!
That's nice.
Are you okay? The enemies return to normal. Keep your filthy hands off my sister.
Okay, that's a weapon for Mitsuru we can sell. Okay, that's the stairs. Well, let's try to get past this thing.
There's 1 enemy.
what goes next?
Understood.
I think we just wait. Let Akihiko and Metis take care of it.
Let's get this started. I thought that would do it.
That one just won't die.
I'm fighting for him.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to take the treasure and leave without fighting the other thing. We're finding lots of money, which I am not opposed to. Strong presence about 4 floors below. Okay.
Three dazed enemies. This is our. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Let's see if we can take out.
Great choice. Good
Okay,
one.
we didn't get it in one, but pretty dang close.
Hasta la vista. It's weak against fire. Let's get
Weak
this
against
started.
fire, you say?
Metis defeated an enemy.
I think that can be arranged.
There's only one enemy left.
Now's your chance. Go!
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a... Let's keep going.
As nice as more experience looks. Okay, I am really bad at reading the things when they go fast. Because I wanted the persona there. Okay, what do we have to work with? Okay, that was my bad. This is an easy enough fight. I think we do actually just go for it.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target. Won't go down. Akihiko Senpai might. One enemy to go.
Now's your chance.
She has Marin Karin? Did not know that. Probably because she probably doesn't use it on most tactic settings. At least the ones we would put her on.
Let's get him. Get back here, you
If we put her on full assault, she won't do it because it's not a damaging move. If we put her on knockdown, she won't do it because it's not a damaging move. If we put her on Orgia mode, it's basically the same thing as full assault. That O's just continues to elude me. Okay, Akihiko back with us. Looks like he is.
5 enemies, and they. It's weak. Understood. Persona! Four enemies left. Go.
Okay, are you gonna do your big AoE attack? No. Okay. You can work with that.
Junpei-kun defeated an enemy. Hasta la vista. Enemy defeated.
Last one.
Psyche! All right, sister. Let's
I'll take... I forget what persona that is. Lachesis. Like, at this point, we just need more stuff to make stuff with.
There's one enemy! Attack! Give me a sec. I'll scan the target. Understood. Hasta la vista! It's weak against ice. Use Bufus. Activating Orgia
Weak
mode.
against ice? We know someone who can do that.
My will is the source of my power. All right, sister. Let's get him.
That one just won't die.
I won't go down.
Let's keep going.
Ooh, a rare chest. Let's see what's in here after we take care of this thing.
3 enemies. You've surprised them. It's weak.
Okay, weak against fire.
Understood.
We can count on Junpei to knock him down, so I think we just try to damage them all.
2 more enemies. Akihiko Senpai
Go
defeated
into
an
Orgia
enemy.
mode.
If we even get to Junpei's turn. We're just a little too good. Alicorn. What is an alicorn? Prevents you from being poisoned. That is not something that I think I want.
Three enemies. You've surprised them.
Okay. Dancer, snake.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Guess we'll go for the dancer.
I won't go down.
I forgot to set Metis's tactics.
Akihiko Senpai defeated an enemy. I thought that. Use Muto skills. It's weak against dark.
Damn. Couldn't finish it off.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target. Understood. Hasta la vista. One
Okay,
enemy left.
dancer
Last
gone.
one.
It has multiple weaknesses.
Oh
Limited
wow, the snake is weak to a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll double up. Arvadian O's. I think the ideal number of personas to have would be like 10. We want to have a couple slots open just so we don't have to like get rid of something we actually like to make room for something else.
Against ice. Use
But we want to have enough stuff that we're not like
Hasta la vista.
hurting for fusion material.
Orgia mode. Persona. All right, sister. Let's get him.
That one just won't die.
Only one enemy left. shook up. Understood. Hasta la vista. The enemy is down. Now's your
Use
chance.
that and
Won't go down. Enemy
take the
defeated.
crit.
All right, sister.
Easy peasy.
Get him.
Honestly, at the pace this is going, we might be able to try to fight the boss when we get to where it's at. I'll take the money. Like, we're just plowing through these encounters so easily, I'm kind of like...
It has I won't go down. Good choice. The enemy is down. I won't go down. Enemy defeated.
All right, good job.
Like, on the one hand, it's probably just because I have, like,
I couldn't finish it all.
really good personas.
Go.
That's the last one.
But still, unless the boss, like, specifically does ice stuff, we're probably fine. My only concern would be running out of SP, but we haven't had too many boss fights where that was a, like, super big concern.
There are two enemies. I won't go down. That's it. The enemy is down.
It probably helps that so many enemies are, like, weak to physical attacks
Get him.
in this area.
Great battle.
I think we'll take the Kurama Tengu. Crusader, welcome to the chat. How's your day going?
There are 5 dazed enemies. Attack now.
Your late evening into early morning. Let's see. Metas, Via mode. Let's go for it.
Enemy defeated. Rico Senpai defeated an enemy. Mode. 2 enemies to go.
Just 2 more to go.
Junpei-kun defeated an
That's the
enemy.
last one.
Hasta la vista. Incredible.
Let's aim for the experience. And we got it.
Ta-da-da-da.
I'm finding so many of those, like, gemstone things. I should probably go see what I can turn them in for at the antique shop. Oh, we're here. Like, we're close-ish to full health. I kind of feel like I should go for it. Like, we saved, so worst thing that happens here is I try, it doesn't work, and we go right back. Okay, I'm gonna guess that the table thing does fire magic, and then to cover its weakness, one of these probably does ice stuff.
Understood.
I think we're gonna go with the same setup we had in the other fight, until I see something that makes me think otherwise. Okay, that thing is probably weak to fire. Because otherwise, why would it be dodging?
Persona! Strike attacks won't work.
Check this out.
Good job.
That one just won't die.
Okay. So,
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target. I won't go
I'm
down.
gonna try pierce damage. Okay. Ooh.
All I can do is watch.
Oh, that's bad. That's no good, very bad.
Don't mess with me.
I can't cheese them by just knocking them down all the time.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Let's go for
Need your help.
Oggydyne, since we can safely reflect that into ourselves for a heal.
I can't do anything. Akihiko-senpai is in trouble.
I'm still thinking.
Don't mess with me.
Why isn't Junpei doing anything? We can knock the other one down. Like, this one's free.
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
So, we'll go for the table.
Go for it.
I thought that would do it.
I got nothing.
Junpei, you have fire magic. Do it! Okay. Since Junpei won't do it, we will.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
And then, just to make sure none of them reflect magic now, we're gonna take care of that.
The enemy. My will is the source of my power.
Go for it.
It's a tough one. The enemy's returned to normal.
It's on.
Oh, that one's also weak to fire. Huh.
Good job. Don't overdo it.
I won't go down.
Right.
I can't
That's
do anything.
bad.
The enemy. The enemy.
I'm still thinking.
I won't lose.
Oh no, our stream is dropping frames again. Why you be doing this?
I need your help. I can't do anything.
SP is starting to be a bit of a concern. But I think that's mostly because I was dumb and let them get up the magic mirrors again. You jerk.
All I can do is watch. The enemies return to normal.
So this is like a tricky situation where there's just like no good way to outmaneuver them. Or there's a way to outmaneuver them if I could control my party members, but that is something I can't do. What I would do is have Akihiko do Mazionga, clear all of their mirrors and not take damage because he blocks electricity damage, and then I would be free to knock them down and, like, you know, actually, like, do stuff.
Mano a mano. Let's do this. I'm still thinking. Don't mess with me.
So what I'm thinking is the like trigger for the table putting the magic mirrors back up is whether his companions have lost the mirrors. So I am going to go for him and hope that that does what I want it to, which it seems like it's going to.
Okay, now!
The enemy!
Check this out. I got nothing.
Don't mess with me.
Okay. So we're going to take away the magic mirror. That is everybody's mirrors gone. As long as we can keep the knockdowns going, I think we're in the clear now. Even though Akihiko is basically out of SP.
Check this out.
So what I'm thinking now is... Okay, it didn't matter that time. But... Okay, Akihiko, go knockdown. So in the turn order, the table goes next. There is no way we are letting the table get a turn.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
I've been waiting for
I
this.
think what we do here is, do we have an SP item that isn't like an egg? We do not. I think we just wait.
Careful. The enemy's going to attack.
Ooh, they dodged ice. Dodging ice is a very bad thing for them to do.
Check this out.
We might still be able to pull it out, but this is not... This is suddenly not looking as good. Never mind, Junpei is cracked.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of
Absolutely worth doing that.
Last one. Persona. No shadows detected.
Alright. Ooh. If we have the materials for it, we can make Odin now, I think. That would be huge. Having Ragnarok would probably, or not Ragnarok, what's it called? Thunder Rain would probably single-handedly end the rest of this. Like, if any enemy is remotely vulnerable to being shocked, Thunder Rain just makes the fight so much easier. But before we do anything else, let's go equip everything. And by equip everything, I mean sell everything and then buy new stuff. We don't need a main gouge. We don't need a gamma storm. I think we're never going to need an ice charm since we have an Eye of Ice. Similar concept for the flame charms. The other ones could come up, so we'll keep them. And we'll sell the Burning Grail. Now we'll get Akihiko, his next best weapon. And for armor, we can get a new torso armor for everybody. What are our human companions' outfits at? So Junpei's is at 100, Akihiko's is at 94, compared to Metis is at 88, I think. We get Metis and Aegis armor first. Or actually, that's a lie. We get Akihiko and Metis armor. And then shoes. There are good shoes available, but we don't have money for them. That's the problem. Some of this armor starts to get real expensive in these last few dungeons. Akihiko, take new weapons and new armor. And where is Metis? There you are. Take your new armor. And then I'll sell the armor we just took from them just to try to squeak out as much money as I can. Oh, this does actually sell for quite a bit of money. So we might be able to buy a set of shoes. We cannot. We could buy one pair of killer cleats if somebody really needed them. Junpei is on Greaves of Dawn, but they give Evade Wind, so I'm kind of inclined to not get rid of those super easily. I think we're actually good. Okay, O's, Kurama Tengu. Ooh, we can make a Daisoju. Although I'm not actually sure that has anything we want. What about O's Black Frost? Or Parvati Lachesis? Parvati O's? Oh, this makes us a Thor. If I could get a Maraku Kaja on this Thor, that would be pretty great. Yeah, I'll take that. Null Strike and Null Electricity is pretty alright. Ooh, and it has an equipment thing. So we're probably going to be using Thor for a while as well. What about Kurama Tengu and something? What about Triangle Spread, Lachesis, Kurama Tengu, or Black Frost, Kurama Tengu, Black Frost, Lachesis, anything? They kind of all make Cert and Thor in some configuration. Yeah, there's... nah. I could try making a... Parvati, and then fuse the Parvati with the Lachesis for something. I don't know. I don't think we have a good choice here. I think it's best to wait. But we did get the Thor. The Thor is good. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna save and then let me check. Let me see real quick if okay. I think I'm just gonna call it a night. Sorry today was a little shorter, but we still made good progress. You know, we made it through 2 boss fights, I think. One at the beginning and one at the end here, and we're probably just about set up to go take on... Or no, we just cleared another one, so... But we might be able to just power straight through to the next one. We'll see next week, yes? Yeah, next week. I am taking some time off coming up soon. It'll be the week after next. I'll be off, but I'll remember. I'll try it tongue-tied. I'll remember to say that I'm gonna be off before I go off for a week. But I will be back next week. Monday, I think we're gonna start Pathfinder Kingmaker unless something else like grabs my attention and I'm like, ooh, I gotta play that. So yeah, Pathfinder Kingmaker next week Monday, then Persona next week on Wednesday. See you then. Thank you Fridays for coming by to hang out. Thank you for Crusader for coming by to hang out. I'll see you on Monday.